Hi, I'm Maggie from MAGGIE'S and I'm here with all these scarves that I have arm knitted, and I've had a little bit of help with this. At this point, I've arm knitted an Afghan, and then I've arm knitted all of these scarves in various yarns. So by doing this many projects, I've learned a lot of tips that will help you to be a better arm knitter. And some of the tips include how to use multiple strands like I did here. This is using everything from like zero weight to City Life ladder yarn and then a worsted weight yarn mixed together. And then there's tips in how to measure your yarn, how to mix and match colors and dye lots and your gauge, and using the beginning and the end of a ball to create 2 strands, or create like even 4 strands out of 1 skein of yarn. Adding yarn, what to do if you need to take it off your arm, what if you wanted to bind off on an opposite arm. I show you how to do that. So I am madly in love with arm knitting, and I used to knit when I was very young, and I was pretty good at it actually. I wouldn't even know how to do what I used to do when I was young. But anyway, I just love this. I just think it's a lot of fun, and I've been teaching my friends also. And I love teaching people because I can slow the whole process down and see where they struggle, and then I can create good tips for you, and that's what I want to share in this video series. So this is Lion Brand Homespun. This is Starbella. This is Starbella Flash. This is Deborah Norville Serenity Chunky Yarn. This is a mix of Premier Yarn, City Life, Eversoft, and Enchant Yarn. This is actually a 12-foot scarf that I made using 3 strands of Deborah Norville Serenity Chunky in chocolate. But all of these are in separate videos, and this is just to introduce all of the tips that I have for you. And then this Afghan was done in Deborah Norville Serenity Chunky also. So anyway, let's get started on your tips, and make sure that you watch all of them. There's probably going to be about 20 at least 20 tips in this series. And I want to thank you for watching. And if you have any questions or comments, just write them below, and the links to all the videos and everything will be listed below. Thank you. Hi, I'm Maggie Weldon from Maggie's Crochet, and this is another arm knitting tip. If you are making a scarf, your loops that you cast on can be fairly snug on your arm, because they're only probably going to reach to about this point on your arm. But when you're doing an Afghan, it's a whole different story. When I arm knitted an Afghan, I found it very difficult to keep sliding the loops all the way up to the wider part of my arm. So you have to, when you're casting on, and even when you're working back and forth in your rows, you have to keep these looser. Like this, this needs to be more loose here. In order for this to work. And some of them will end up being on my hand, and that's okay, but there's still a lot that need to be up here. So for this Afghan, I wanted to cast on 24 stitches like this, so this would be an example. And I did another one where I casted on like 30 stitches, and it got really snug up on this side. And then one arm, it was funny because one arm I tended to go back and forth. The loops seemed to be looser all the time than one was tighter and one was not as tight. So I don't know why that was, but anyway. So right now I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and then so this would be like 10. So you can see that I need to get like 14 more loops on here. So you really need to keep it more loose. So that is that tip. So links to everything that you see me using are listed below, and to our website is maggiescrochet.com, where we have all this yarn, and this is Couture Jazz that I'm using right here to show you this tip. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel, which is Maggie Weldon, or even Maggie's Crochet. There's another channel. Definitely done with the long tail right now, because there's only groups of 4 on my arm right now. Doesn't that look beautiful, those shades of blue? Down, or something happens where you drop it, you don't want all your stitches to unravel. So for the next group, you skip that one.